What's up, everybody? Jason from Straight Edge Knives. Hey, I'm pretty excited to bring this review to you today because it's on a knife that's kind of near and dear to me because it's the first knife that I did a review on, the Worktuffgear Hemlock Ares. Guys, I said it, guys, again. Anyway, the Worktuffgear Hemlock Ares. Fantastic knife. Let me show you something here. This is the fourth production run right here that we're going to be doing the review on today. This is the first production run. And actually the very first video I did was on the prototype of the Hemlock Ares that I picked up at Blade West a few years ago. Awesome blade. You know, it was my first unboxing video. It was my first use video where I almost chopped my leg off with it because it deflected off of a log. Go check that video out. It's kind of funny. Man, that was a rough video. Just phones propped up against a log. I had no microphones, side of my house. But, you know, we've come a long way from that first video, and that's why this is kind of fun for me because I get to do another review on the fourth production run Ares. After I've, you know, my first one was a prototype. I did a review on the first production run, which is this one right here. It's got the tiger stripe, the choil, black G10. You know, now here we are on the fourth production run. You know, there's been some minor tweaks to it, like higher grind to give it a little bit more sliciness and things like that. No choil on this one. You can still get one of these with a choil as well, but this one is the choilless version, which I'm digging. I actually kind of really like the choilless version. I don't know, looks really cool to me. But it's exciting to be able to see the evolution of this big old chopper. DB Hemlock or Hunter Cutchin designed this, and you know, one of the things he was always tired of hearing was people say, "Oh, you can't baton with a knife. You shouldn't baton with a knife," or whatever. And you know, for the most part, some of them are right. Depending on the knife, right? Should you baton with your regular knife? If you know, you probably shouldn't. If you have an axe or something like, definitely use that. But not it. Who's always walking around carrying an axe, right? It's not feasible all the time. So Hunter said, you know, hold my beer, and he designed the Ares to literally be a tank. He designed this thing to baton with. He designed it to chop with. He designed this to take all of the abuse that your regular everyday fixed blade probably couldn't take, and he succeeded with the design, and Vic succeeded with the execution of it, because you can beat the living tar out of these things, right? You could do things with the Hemlock Ares that you probably can't do with any other fixed blade. I'm telling you guys. You know, I did my review on this one. You guys see this one's getting pretty beat up, and I need to clean her up. And you know what? Speaking of cleaning her up, let me jump into my sponsors here real quick, guys. When I go to clean up these blades, I'm utilizing Wicked Clean and Wicked Wax from Wicked Industries. Two fantastic products. This Wicked Clean is going to get all these little rough spots off the blade. Let me set that off. It'll get all the gunk off that builds up on there when you're batoning through the wood. And then afterwards, I like to put on the Wicked Wax to help keep it protected while it's in storage. If it's not being in use, it'll help keep moisture and stuff off the blade, help keep it from rusting. And then, you know, I beat my hands up a lot doing all these videos. I like to utilize Wicked Rescue to help keep my hands moisturized. Helps the little cuts, nicks that I get on my hand heal up a little faster. Stuff works great on dry, cracked feet, elbows, knees, any of that type of stuff. Definitely go check this stuff out. And, you know, if you're wondering, well, hey, Jason, where do I purchase this Wicked Wax from? You know, well, let me tell you about the Knife Connection right here. The Knife Connection is an online knife retailer, fantastic company. Jason over there who runs it, it's a great guy. Has tons of different blade options available over there. You can go check him out, all the different brands. He does carry Wicked Wax, so if you want to pick some Wicked Wax up, you can buy it from him over there at the Knife Connection. Go over there, check out their website. They have lots and lots of brands that they carry. Great prices online. Super nice company, very small, like family-owned company. So definitely go check out the Knife Connection. But back to the Hemlock Ares. I'm honored to be able to review Worktuffgear blades because they're just really are fantastic blades. If you've been watching my channel for any period of time, you've seen several Worktuffgear blades on my channel. They all perform fantastic. They all take a beating. They all stay sharp. they're just really, really, really good blades. And the Hemlock Ares is no exception. So, you know, the only thing we can do here at this point, guys, is, well, I'll give you the specs real quick. Overall, you're looking at 16.1 inches. The blade length on this is 9.25. Your cutting edge is 9.2. So it's 9.25 overall, but you're cutting, you do have a little bit of sharpening choil here. So you get a 9.2 cutting edge. Your blade thickness is 0.26. You do have that fantastic saber grind with a convex edge. The knife weight on this big boy is 38 ounces. With the sheath, you're looking at 45. It does come with a black Kydex sheath. It's very well made. It has several different mounting point options here, so you can put whatever it is you want on there. If you want to run a tech lock or some sort of a belt loop or whatever. For me, like a blade like this, I like to run D-rings on here and carry it baldric style because it is a big, heavy blade. And it just carries nicely when you got a baldric carry strapped around you. You do have a nice thumb ramp here so you can push off, draw this thing out, chop down a giant tree if you wanted to. The retention on this thing is great. Look at that big old 38 ounce knife, and I'm shaking this thing and it ain't coming out, right? So it definitely has really good retention. Nice drain hole there on the bottom, so if you get a bunch of dirt and gunk in there, you can easily rinse it out. But you can draw this puppy out and get to work. There are several different finishes available, so definitely check out the Worktuffgear website. I mean, they have like an apocalyptic type finish, and they have this is the natural micarta handle scales on this one, but they do have some like G10 handle scales. There's just a bunch of variations of the knife, choil, no choil, different finishes, different handle scale options. So definitely go check out the website. There'll be a link down below so you can see those available. And you pick yourself up one, hopefully. This thing, it's a beast, guys. So, without further ado, let's get over the testing area and let's put the Ares to work. All right, everybody, we're over at the testing area. Let's get the Ares out. Big boy. That's what I'm talking about. We'll set the sheath off down to the side here. Give you a nice look at this here in the light. Let me tap on this real quick. Boom. There we go. Look at that. Big old just monster. Hey, one thing I did want to forget to mention, I guess, is one thing that I always loved about the Worktuffgear knives is their 90-degree spine is absolutely fantastic for striking fire rods or ferro rods, whatever you want to call them. There's an Uberleben right here. Guys, look at this. Come in here. Look at that. Make those sparks fly. Another fun way to do it. Stick this monster in the stump and you can come in here. Look at that. Look at those sparks. Look at that. Awesome. You can do it up here. You can do it down here. You can do it right here. You can do it right here. You can do it right here. You can let some sparks go with this bad boy. Love it, man. It's just a great, that's just one thing that Vic does really, really well. Besides this saber grind convex edge, the fire rod striking capabilities are just awesome. I think I got some stuff on my phone. I kind of keep my phone down here so I can see what I'm doing. Make sure that the camera angle is good, but oh man, I love this thing. Love it. Guys, let's get into it, right? So first off, we have the fire hose. Where to go? Oh, there it is. So yeah, the fire hose, guys. This stuff is tough. It's made to go through car wreckages, broken glass, all that stuff. But one of the things I wanted to show you, even though this is a big, beefy, just beat 'em up chopper, can it do some slicing type material? Let's see. Let's cut through. Look at that. Just slicing through. Sliced right through that fire hose. No issues whatsoever. But, why not just chop it if you can, right? So if you had to slice through some fire hose or chop through it, you can definitely do that. Get in here. You got clothes, right? You might need to get in there, cut some clothing off. Somebody fell down, got hurt. Come in here. Look at that, right in there. Cut that stuff off. Whoa, that's right into the zipper. Cut through the zipper. You guys see that right there? Cut into the zipper, cut through it. No issues. Yeah, no issues. Nice. So come in there, had to cut some clothing material off. You could definitely do that. We got some sissy rope here. Come here, just chop that stuff off all day. Got that stuff all over me. Come in, had to cut some of it. You definitely can. Or if you wanted to be a little bit more precise, kind of wrap it over. You can come in, cut it off like that, and then chop it again, right? So definitely cut through some sissy rope, stuff like that. If you had to do some finer tasks, cut through some 550 cord. If I can get my, there it goes. Come in there, cut through some 550 cord. Just kind of utilizing the little tip part here. Cut through 550 cord, no issues. Of course, you could chop it. We're gonna chop everything with this thing. That's chopper, right? Get to the chopper. Oh man, I love that movie, guys. We got a ratchet strap, or not ratchet strap. This is like a tie down strap. This is kind of a cheapy one. Nothing too crazy. You know, we shouldn't have any issues cutting through that, and we don't. You know, because it's the Ares. It's got a nice edge. It's got a nice chop to it. You know what I mean? So you can come in, cut some strap, cut some chop through it. Definitely can. We have 3,000 psi rated pressure washer hose. You know, let's say your pressure washer is going crazy. You got to shut off the water flow. There it goes. It's done. It's off. Come in, do all that chopping. But you could also come in, do a nice press cut through here. Bam, right there. Cut it off that way too. Have the old yellow synthetic rope. You guys want to come in there, cut a piece of that off. You could reverse grip, cut through it. But why? When you could just chop it. Boom. Extension cord. What extension cord? No problem. Bada bing, bada boom. You know what I'm saying? Cut through that. No issues. Get this piece out a little bit farther. But maybe you want to come in. Come in, pull it down, cut it like this. Boom. Right there. Got two pieces you need to cut at once. Well, why not chop them? Get rid of them. Done. Out of the way. Got that little guy. Cut that little guy in half. Get him out of there. It's just so much fun to chop with this thing. It's just, poof, it's done. It's out of the way. So, smaller kind of EDC task stuff. Yeah, you can cut rope. You can cut strap. You can do all that stuff with it. You know, but now we're going to get into what, you know, let's do some wood crafty stuff. Let's make some fire sticks or feather sticks, if you will. So here's a piece of seasoned almond wood. Stuff is hard as a rock, especially when this stuff gets old, seasoned. You come in here. This big boy just says, let me make some feather curls for you. Get a fire starter for you, Papa. Look at that. No issues making feather stick with this. Look at these things. Slice these off. Cutting these ones off, but collect them up. Make yourself a nice fire. You know, and then let's say you just need, okay, I need this feather. This won't fit in my fire pit. Well, cut that piece off, go pick it up, and throw it in your fire, and you're ready to go. So, you know, if you had to make a quick little tent stake, just do some little chops right here. Get this down. Get it down to a nice little point. If you wanted to, you can come in here, just shave some stuff off. Get this dialed into a nice vampire steak if you want it to. Now you got that ready to go. You can drive that in the ground. Oh, but you need to make a notch, right? So you can tie your paracord around it. So I'm gonna come in here. I'll just dig into here. Almost like I'm making fire curls. I'll get it about a quarter of the way in there. Then I'll come in over the top, cut those pieces off. Got a notch right there. Stick this in the ground. Paracord ties around, locks in. Now your tarp, your tent, whatever, ain't going nowhere. Quick vampire steak or tent steak, whatever you need. Again, you can just come in there and chop that off if you don't need it. Oh, look at those chunks of wood flying. That's what I like about this thing, because you do find stuff with it and then you can just chop with it right afterwards. It's just fine. So doing some bushcrafty type of stuff, making a fire stick, feather sticks, you know, we got you covered. Here's a piece of, let's find a piece of softwood. So something that I guess you kind of, something I started thinking about was, well, I guess if you could feather or make a fire feather stick with a hard piece of wood, you can do it with a soft piece of wood. But I do like to think about, well, how well will it do with soft wood? Let's see. Because you could be, depending on where you're at, you could have hardwood, nothing but hardwood in your area, or nothing but softwood, or maybe a combination of both. You're scavenging for wood while you're out camping. You don't know exactly maybe what you're picking up. You could be a combination of both. So it's nice to see what the knife can do with both types of wood, right? So come in here. Yeah, I got shaving off some nice curls here. This is softwood. This is just like some junk wood that you get like at Home Depot or Lowe's or whatever. Yeah. Definitely make some fire curls. Some of these are the ones I shaved off. You see that? But again, one of my favorite ways to make fire feather sticks is I like to stick the knife in, and then I like to actually drag the knife across the wood. I feel like I make nicer, finer curls this way compared to doing it, you know, pressing it. Oh, look at that. That's pretty. Look at that. That. Woo. All right. So let's do this. So we got this nice little bundle right here. So we're going to stick this baby right here. We're going to put that right there. And we're going to take this right here. Ooh, almost. Almost got it. My stick keeps wanting to fall off. So let's do this. I don't know. I'm trying to make an impromptu fire. Let's just cut these off because I feel like my stick is getting in the way. And it is. So cut my little bundle off. Dropping it everywhere. That one right there. Get that one right there. Get that out of the way. We're going to start ourselves off. Whew. It's almost getting there. You see it smoking right now. There we go. Look at that. We got fire. Nice. Right through it. Anyway, that was fun. Now I got to put this out. Whee! Burn my finger. Don't start a fire. Well, I mean, that was kind of the point, was to start a fire, but there we go. Again, see all the sparks I can make? That wood was kind of wet. It still lit up nicely. Awesome. So, make a fire with it. Yes, we can make fire. So, now, let's do some batoning, guys. Let's just get into it. Here's a piece of seasoned almond wood. This stuff is, again, hard. A little bit of a thinner piece, but, you know, we'll start off slow. We don't need to get crazy yet. Bam, right through it. No problem. This is a piece of kind of soft wood. Let's get that right there. Baton, no problem through that. Let's look at this guy right here. Look at this guy. Look at this special guy with that big old knot right there. We're going to come right over here on the top of this bad boy. Yeah, right there, right there. Is that going to go into the knot? Yep, it is. That's what we want. I'm going to stand up for this one, guys. Ew. Right through there. No problems. But you know what? We're going to do it again. We're going to go again and again. Oh, knock my stump over. This piece right here has definitely got some twists. Got some knots in it. Wow, yeah. Booyah. That knot right there. Kind of came in here. Went around that sucker. Man. And it, you know, it just goes. There's no chipping or rolling. It just still fantastic. Ready to go. Speaking of chopping, let's get, again, this is a piece of seasoned almond wood, old hardwood. There's a knot right here, so let's just hit that knot. Yeah, right into that knot. Beating into that sucker. Yeah, no chipping or rolling on the edge. Hitting into that knot. And you know, if you guys don't know, knots are kind of like rocks in trees. Like, they're super hard. They're definitely not the best thing for a knife edge, you know. But here we are, just chopping away into this thing. And the Ares is like, la-di-da-di-da-di. La-di-da-di. We likes to potty. I don't know if you guys remember that old song. Chopping in there, cross grain. Now, is this something that we would necessarily maybe need to do out in the wilderness? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not later. But I like to do it because I want you guys to see that the Ares is a tough some gun. Bam, there it goes. Not an issue. Get this dirt, wood chunks off of here. No issues there on the blade. I mean, I'm telling you that this Ares is just made for doing that ridiculous type of stuff. Oh, speaking of ridiculous, Some people would say I am, but that's okay. I don't mind. Say hello to my little friend. This is ridiculous right here. I don't know. I've never tried to do this, but okay, so we're going to split the gap here, guys. Let's see here. I am, yeah, this is going to be a fun one. I really wish I had a better baton stick, though. I broke my other one. Let's go. Stand up. We're going to split the gap. We're going to try to. We're going to see how far we get. Let's do it. Ooh, look at that. I think where I'm going to run into a problem here is I'm drilling down through the front, but not necessarily through the back. So let's adjust this a little bit. Coming in at an angle here. Again, you can see it's tilted, you know, because I'm hitting the front. Oh, just knocked her out. We're getting in there though, baby. Yeah, we are. No damage, no issues. Oh man, that baton stick is tearing my hand up though. Need a better baton stick, guys. All right, you can see we're definitely getting down in there. I'm just going to work on this. I'm going to probably have to speed this video up. It's going to take, this is a nasty one, guys. So I'm just going to work it and we're going to see where we get. I might have to speed the video up, but we're going to do it. We're going to get through this because I want you guys to absolutely see without a doubt that this beast is ready to take all the hard use. I might have bit off a little more than I could chew with this one. I'm beating the hell out of this thing. Whether or not I get through it or not, I don't know, whatever. But man, if you guys are watching this still, I am beating the tar out of this Hemlock Ares, and it's holding up great. This has got to be one of the most, I don't even know if somebody would split this thing with a log splitter. I'm going right through what's essentially the world's largest knot, probably. Well, maybe not the largest, but look at this thing. Anyway, let's get back to it. Whew. Well, crap. I'm telling you what. I don't know if I'm really just trying to show you how much abuse this thing could take, or if I'm just like hell-bent determined to split this son of a bitch no matter what. Man, my camera battery's even getting low here. I might have to get my charger real quick, but that's all right. It is what it is. This is one of the nastiest damn. Gotta be careful doing this. Knife will flip out on me. It's like stuck down in there. Gotta like hammer and wiggle her loose. Give you guys a look at this. Look at that. I mean, I can just hear it. It's like just little cracks and pings that are happening right now. Hey guys, it's about to happen, man. We are about to, well, you know what? I don't know if I want to rip this in half just because of the sheer amount of effort I put into doing this, or if I want to let the Ares just finish it off. You know what? The Ares put in the work, man. Here we go, guys. This is it right here. Finally. Holy Toledo. I'm telling you, that is the hardest batoning I think I've ever done on this channel. I mean, I baton through some stuff, but look at this. Oh my gosh. That is ridiculous. I would never recommend, if you find a piece of wood like this out in the forest, find something else, because that was a lot of work. Burned up a lot of, if you were in a survival situation, you would have burned up a lot of calories, a lot of energy doing that. My arm is going to be dead for the next week, probably. I mean, whew, my goodness. But the whole reason for that ridiculousness was to show you how much of a damn beating the Hemlock Worktuffgear ARES can take. I mean, this thing is still straight as an arrow. Let's pop my gloves off here. I had to put gloves. Man, my batoning sticks were shooting. One of my batoning sticks, a piece of it broke off at one point. I don't know if that was in the sped up footage or not, but broke a baton stick. That still has such still has a really decent, good edge there. Come in here, still chop pieces off with this thing if you needed to. Oh man, yeah, this thing is a beast, an absolute just tank. All that beating. Look, I'm shaving this wood right where it took all that beating, right down the middle. And look at that. Just goes to show you, man, Vic, that saber grind and convex edge, the geometry on this thing, it's made to beat, and it's made for finesse. Man, guys, if you're sitting picking one of these up, I mean, look at this. Look at that. That is just right there, a masterpiece right there. That was ridiculously difficult to do. But again, the whole point was to show you how tough this ARES is. Oh, let me point out something else to you guys. I beat the heck out of this thing, right? These handle scales are still nice and tight. They didn't come loose. Everything is still straight. It's perfect. It's fine. Even after all the beat, I was even having to hit the handle to break this thing loose. It's still ready to rock and roll. Man, Vic, awesome, phenomenal job, brother. This is fantastic. Hunter, awesome, man. I love the fact that you designed a blade and you straight up said that I made this thing to beat the hell out of stuff, man. I love that. Guys, the Worktuffgear ARES Hemlock Customs design, Hunter Cutchin, awesome. Guys, go head over to Worktuffgear's website, check this out. Go check out Wicked Industries, head over to the Knife Connection, buy some Wicked wax, buy some blades, go get yourself a Worktuffgear. Love it. It is one of my favorites of all time, guys. Stay safe, stay sharp. I think I got to go ice my shoulder and elbow.